At this point, we should be handing out frequent flyer miles for political disillusionment. Because, honestly, if you've been to a town hall this year, Republican or Democrat, you already know the two-party system has officially entered its fumbling through its pockets trying to remember where it left the trust of the American people phase. Take Rep. Brian Steele's July 31st meeting in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. He walks into a high school gym thinking he's hosting a polite listening session. Instead, he gets ambushed by 250 angry constituents, 50 protesters, and what may or may not have been the ghost of Abraham Lincoln whispering, "Yikes." Steele tried to explain tariffs. The crowd tried to explain reality. One voter asked why Trump slapped tariffs on nearly 200 countries. Steele gave the usual fair trade spiel and in return received a live-action surround sound performance of Boo the Musical. Meanwhile, a smaller chorus shouted, "Time to go." If we're being honest, this could potentially become the 2025 campaign slogan for either major party. And shame isn't just a GOP problem. Democrats aren't escaping unscathed. They're just being screamed at by their voters for being too polite while democracy burns down around them. At one town hall, a constituent begged her congressman to be our version of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Not for her conspiracy theories, but for her fury. That's right. Democrats are now being out-angried by their base. You know it's bad when the grassroots asks you to be louder, less reasonable, and more performatively indignant. Welcome to America, where town halls double as group therapy. These meetings used to be sleepy affairs, folding chairs, lukewarm coffee, a handful of retirees asking about potholes. Now, they're part performance art, part public breakdown, and either a sign of democratic vitality or an opening act of a live-action collapse. Why? Well, the political scientists have some theories. According to rational choice theory, voters are calculating the cost-benefit of party loyalty. Medicaid cuts, tariffs that hit small business. Thanks, but I'd rather not die broke, say even formerly MAGA-aligned voters. And so they boo, loudly, with receipts. Then there's social identity theory, which explains why people don't just disagree with their party, they rage quit it. Because when your tribe fails you, it stings deeper than a bad policy. It's not just, my party got it wrong, it's my people betrayed me, and you better believe that's getting live streamed on TikTok. So, how low can the two-party system go? Somewhere between you're not fighting and we're all going to die. Both parties seem to have dropped the plot. Voters no longer trust the system. But more than that, they don't trust either team to run the thing. The Democrats have policy ideas but no fire. The Republicans have plenty of fire but keep aiming it at the social safety net. At this point, it's less about red versus blue and more like watching two brand managers trying to sell you expired milk. One party says, let's gut Medicaid to balance the budget. The other says, let's strongly condemn that in a letter. Voters reply, how about we boo both of you into the parking lot? And honestly, fair. So yes, the two-party system can go lower. It can always go lower. Just ask the millions of voters who now prefer shouting at their representatives directly over casting another vote into the void. The 2026 midterms are shaping up not as a red wave or blue wave, but as a flash flood of nope. And unless both parties figure out how to stop disappointing people in new and creative ways, they might find themselves wondering not how to win, but how to be less booed.